Hello friends, and welcome to another Pauper League. Today we're returning to Slivers, a fun deck that I like to play every once in a while. It does have definitely some potential. It's a multicolored aggressive creature strategy. Um, but yeah, basically the whole draw to playing Slivers is you get a whole bunch of these lords, and then we're able to make each of our creatures into uh, lethal threats and turn them sideways for the win. That's the plan, anyways. The issue is that while the deck does have a lot of pressure, it has a lot of difficulty against removal heavy decks or combo decks since we don't have a lot of ways to interact. Anyways, we'll head into the queue and see how our luck goes. This looks fine. We'll keep it. Yeah. Slivers is I mean they've had a couple of good decks here and there. Hey Jay, morning. Mardu colors. Let's play the Virulent Sliver and attack. They're gonna Galv Blast the Virulent Sliver, that's fine. I'd rather keep the Sidewinder most of the time. Virulent Sliver is I don't know if I've ever actually won with poison on a with slivers. Because you're usually just doing so much damage. Oh, they're a tireless tribe deck. Okay. That's going to be really difficult to deal with, actually. Interesting. Plated Sliver. All right. Let's go Gemhide and then maybe Sinew. Could also just go Benevolent Bodyguard Plated Sliver here, and that gives us some. I guess it's still the same amount of mana, but I like having potential Benevolent Bodyguard down. This also just gives us a bunch of mana for next turn. Thing is, like, how long are we going to survive with this tireless tribe on the board? No attacks, love to see it. Another Sinew Sliver. So we could play a pair of lords and attack, kind of like that. Tap this one for mana. And which one do I really not want to lose? I guess we'll tap the Gemhide. It's helping us make all this mana so that we can get these cards to do some good things later. Swing in. Hey, Drekkas. Yeah, your critter's a 3/3 now. Reckoner's Bargain on the Mirror Enforcer gains 7. Draw 2. Prevent 4 damage from my combat, but still going to take 4 back down to 20. Yep. We got a huge force here to turn sideways, and we also have these cards here to reload. Looks like they're using the blood token. Yeah, well, this is exactly that. Lord Heavy, we got 3 different lords. And they're all basically the same. Opponent is really taking their time here trying to figure out how they're going to make it out of this situation. Okay, and they decided that there's no way out for them, so they're going to scoop them up. I think we bring in Prismatic Strands. Like, I'm still not entirely sure what the opponent's doing here. It looks like they're running an affinity list with Tireless Tribe, so they're going to have something to switch its power and toughness to try and be able to combo kill us. And if they do that, we can use Prismatic Strands to prevent all the damage. I don't think anything else in our sideboard really makes any sense to be bringing in for this matchup. I guess like maybe Lone Missionary, but depending on which style of Tireless Tribe combo they're running, they could actually do, you know, like a lot of damage, you know, like 30 plus. I don't think they're running the card that I'm worried about though. Like I think the card is called Whiteout, and they need to use Snowlands for that to function. They were using Artifact lands, so I don't think they can do that. In any event, I am going to want Prismatic Strands. Yeah, that's it. I think, what do people use in Pauper? I think it's usually Inside Out. Yeah, this is the one that I usually see people use. Yeah, and they generally don't use About Face because it doesn't draw a card, but it could definitely be something they would use. Yeah, exactly. When Gush was still a thing. This deck was way better when it had Gush. Way better. So people have been trying to kind of like put this deck into like other decks or trying to find other shells for the creature. Um, Propaganda has actually been doing quite a bit of work on that. I don't know if any of you are familiar with Propaganda, another Pauper channel here on Twitch. Would highly recommend it. Usually he plays on Saturdays. Ooh, okay, we got our other color. So I guess we can just go Plated Sliver into Plated Sliver, Virulent Sliver. I like that. Yeah, but I figure we gotta try these things, right? Like, you can just assume that everything's going to be bad, or you can try it and find out. I know I definitely have, in the past, made some assumptions, thinking that, oh, I've been playing Magic for a long time. I know what's good, what isn't. Not always the case. Like that, I guess kind of like opposite, but that Rakdos Sack deck, thought it was going to be good, did so bad. Yeah, yeah, exactly. You can try it and see for yourself. Sometimes, like, I want to just say that to a lot of people that comment on YouTube. Oh, yeah, you try this, try that, try this. Well, like, you can go ahead and feel free to do that yourself. Um, just thinking, like, if I want to name red, I think I'll name green with this and I'll go get a mountain with this. No, I'll name red with this and I'll go get a forest with this. I think that's better. Oh, Teamer Cascade. That deck's a good time. Still remember the first time I cast Brainstorm into Annoyed Altasaur, revealing Boarding Party into Muldrifter. Felt pretty good. All right, what do we got? Ooh, another Lord. Unfortunately, they do have 3 artifacts, so they will be able to kill a thing, but we are going to be able to play 2 Lords here, so that's sweet. That is correct, Jay. That is exactly how the card works. Here comes Gelfblast. So this is kind of what I'm talking about with the poisonous never really getting an opportunity to kill with the infect, because like look at their life total 10 and their infect 4. Generally, we're going to kill with damage before infect becomes an issue, unless like you have multiple virulent slivers on the battlefield and you're actually doing like multiple poison per critter. Another lord. Another lord would be nice. Maybe a winding way. Gemhide Sliver. It's kind of garbage. I mean, it is still another critter, so that it's fine in that sense. Here's another 3/4. Don't mind blocking with it. If I get the opportunity, they could just make their critters unblockable. That is a thing they can do. They usually have access to, I don't know, actually, like, they're not really playing any of the shadow stuff. Maybe they use Apostle's Blessing to give Tireless Tribe protection from a color, which wouldn't be very good versus my deck because I'm running multiple colors. Oh, I think we might have this one. Ah, damn. Krark Clan. That can kill our board. Kills a lot of their stuff too, but you know, not actually it doesn't kill much of their stuff. They only lose like one land, and then they can Blood Fountain, get Mirror Enforcer back. Okay, that was a pretty good draw from the opponent. I was thinking like, how could they come back? That's exactly how. We get the Benevolent Bodyguard too late. Would have liked you last turn instead of the Gemhide Sliver. That would have been perfect. Give my Muscle Sliver protection from red. Keep a 2/2 on the battlefield. Yeah, it looks like they're getting a pair of creatures back here. But they aren't able to put any down on the battlefield this turn. Oh, spoke too soon? Okay. So we're going to be able to knock them down to 5. Come on, Dak. Really needed you to get me some good cards here, like Winding Way or Lead the Stampede was what I needed to draw here. They're going to be able to play their 2 critters. Ooh, Synthesizer. Wow. And then they Reckoner's Bargain. Oh, they Reckoner's Bargain the Synthesizer. Okay. Kind of was figuring they might actually go for one of their critters to gain 7 life, but they feel quite comfortable apparently at 6 life. I mean, why not when they have all these critters to block? I'm not going to be able to get anything through. I can't exactly make my creatures protection from artifacts, after all. The Galv Blast. We're going to have to protect the Sliver from that. Give it protection from red. Ooh, another Mirror Enforcer. All 4. Why not? There you go. Alright, so they're really more of an affinity list. If they play another Enforcer, I win, that's right. Couldn't quite get there, though. We don't really seem to have anything in the sideboard here specifically for affinity. I think we're just going to re-go again. I'm not even sure about these Prismatic Strands, honestly. Like, the Tireless Tribe hasn't really been doing anything, you know? A little bit slow, but we're on the play. Just thinking if I want to play this Ash Barrens as a land here, because we could start playing Lords. Or I could just play a Plated Sliver, go get a Plains or a Forest. I think I'm better off just starting with this. Which means we have to get a Plains. And if they kill this, we have Masked Vandal, kill a land. Ah, okay, Wedding Invitation. Now it's starting to make a lot more sense. Hey, I don't know. Someone else was actually asking that same question earlier. I haven't played it yet, so I'm not sure. These missed land drops are kind of hurting. How many enforcers do you have? Ah, come on. All right. Guess we lose. Sack that Ancient Den. Gonna go after your lands. Four cards in hand. I think I have to block this. I don't want to just die out of nowhere. Oh, they discarded Deadly Dispute. Cool. And there's Sidewinder Sliver. Just gonna play these out, get some more mana. Hopefully we'll be able to keep playing to the board. No more cart clans, please. We are going to have to watch out for Gallop Blasts. Alright, we'll name creature. We get 2. Okay. Wow. I think that I think the Masked Vandal getting rid of the Drossforge Bridge was probably the big play of that game 3. I think we got a mulligan this one. If we're playing against Elves again, like, even if we aren't playing against Elves, this hand is just kind of garbage. Okay. If Hunter Sliver's working, then this could actually be super good. Gonna want to go Thriving Grove, Muscle Hunter. If I go Virulent Sliver first, then Muscle Sliver, like, it's just kind of awkward no matter what. Sidewinder, another 1-drop. Do I want to play Sidewinder, Muscle, and just wait on Hunter? I figure, like, this is just the best thing we can do versus the opponent's deck. Hey, thanks for the luck, Jay. Have a good day. Yeah, Provoke seems really, really good versus Elves. Oh man, and next, so we get to play Hunter Sliver. I guess we can go Muscle Sliver first, and then next turn, Hunter Sidewinder, and then we don't put our Hunter into harm's way. Although I also don't want to lose my Muscle Sliver. Hey, Connor man, what's good? Hey, it's a great format. I would recommend it. And, you know, it doesn't exactly cost a lot to be able to enter the format, you know what I mean? Provoke is pretty busted for sure, especially against who we're playing. We just got to find the right moment to get that combat in. All right, so this is their big turn. Woof. Yep, that's a big turn, all right. Is there any sub for Pyroblast? Red Elemental Blast. But I really do believe that you have to get one or the other. Well, there we have it. Provoke's still not working. I guess I'm going to apply for compensation for this league. This was match 2, game 1, provoke. Oh, sweet. Really into the Pioneer lately. Okay. So we lose now. Without provoke to be able to take out their Priest of Titania, we're just hosed. Two mana left. No creatures in the yard. They don't have any artifacts anyways. I guess we'll just play a Lord. Yeah, it was going to be really cool. I was going to untap Priest of Titania. I guess they could have just tapped it again, right? To produce mana. So actually, like, it's not super effective versus elves because they can tap their creatures to make more mana and then they don't have to block. So that is one thing to keep in mind. Yeah, we had a decent Lead the Stampede, though. I mean, if it's tapped, it untaps, and then they have to block, if able. But we untap it, then they tap it for mana, and they don't have to block. No more white mana unless we tap our critters. Really want to lose anything in combat. How many Sidewinders do we have? We have 2 Sidewinders. So if they use Elvish Vanguard to block this, it dies. I mean, they trade. I could just attack with everything besides this. I could... I could just tap one more, play Plated Sliver, and then we should be good. Oh, geez, no, I'm in combat. I can't tap for mana anymore. Alright, yeah, let's swing all. Hey, no, it's all good. So Provoke is supposed to work on the attack. Let's see here, where's the... here it is. Whenever a Sliver attacks, its controller may have target creature defending player controls untap and block it if able. So it happens during the attacker's step. And then before the blocker's step, so end of attacker's step, you tap it for mana, and then you're not able to block or whatever. Okay, Distant Melody, I assume they're naming Elf. But that's going to draw them a ton of cards. Gas right back up. One of the funny things about this card is you can actually kill yourself with it. I've seen situations where the opponent will have, you know, like 30 elves on the board. Then they Distant Melody name Elf, and they only got like 20 cards left in their library, so they just lose. But a lot of the elves do have multiple creature types. Elf Druid Ranger, Elf Druid, Elf Warrior, Elf Druid, Elf Ranger. So what you would be able to potentially do is like Distant Melody name Druid and then only draw like 10 cards or something, right? You just need to be aware of it, and then you can still use this card to get quite a bit of value. Oof. Hunt Master's pretty good. Fortunately, I got these 2 Provoke Slivers. Or sorry, flanking Slivers. Unfortunately, their Vanguard is big enough that they can block my stuff again. I think this game is over, honestly. These 2 critters are too big, and they've just got like this super wide board. They got 40 life. If we had Provoke working, we could probably have won this game, but with it not working, no way. What are they attacking with? A 14/14? Sure. Draw 2. Not good enough. Nothing would be good enough. Is there anything we can do with Provoke not working? I don't really feel like there is. Like, we could bring in Prismatic Strands, but that doesn't really deal with the issue. It just, like, potentially buys us a turn or two. I think we're just gonna have to, eat the loss and, file for compensation after the league is done. Virulent Sliver is fine. I wouldn't say, like, it's super good, but it's definitely fine. It's a 1-drop. I think that's actually probably, like, the best part about Virulent Sliver. It's just a 1-drop. You might actually consider running, give me a second here to find the card. Where's my other Slivers deck? Not this one. You might consider running Universal Automation instead. It costs 1 generic mana. It's a 1/1 changeling, so you can cast this, like off your white mana. It's fine. You can cast it off your red mana, and it also doesn't die to Cannonade. Changeling Outcast. Oh, that's interesting. It'd be difficult, though, to splash black when we're already splashing red. You need to have maybe some other good options in the color, but I definitely do like that. Unblockable, we can potentially make it very big. Not sure if the opponent is thinking about what their play is going to be or thinking about how they're going to respond in chat. We've just kind of been like talking a little bit about the bug that's going on, and then also just like some general stuff about Magic and whatever. Anything in sideboard versus elves? No. No, we don't really have anything. We could potentially play Holy Light. It would probably be fine in the deck. So much mana! Who needs forests? You only need one. Just one forest. That's all you need. Oh yeah, Elves is a good deck, especially against a deck like ours where we don't realistically have any way to interact. Like I was saying before, like Provoke was our way to interact. So without it, we have nothing. And yeah, that's another problem. There's a lot of really cool slivers, but we don't have access to every sliver. Yeah, so we're just dead here. They have Timber Watch and Quirion Ranger, so it doesn't really matter how we block, we're just gonna die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep, we're just totally dead. Hey there, blind. I guess I didn't really pay attention if they used Quirion Ranger. No, they've got all these Quirion Rangers over here as well. Single land Ash Barrens will mulligan. This looks way better. Ooh, that would be good as well, Mercy. That would actually be a really nice way to give evasion. Some of them are. The racetrack in particular is seeing play in Ponza, but your deck has to be able to produce large amounts of mana for the lands to be really useful. But I think that they will continue to see some play. All right, is this Affinity or Goblin combo? Don't know yet. There's Hunter Sliver again. It's trying to be good. Oops. That was a mistake. Could have attacked for 1 there. Deadly Dispute. Still don't know if it's Affinity or Mogwarts. Ichor Wellspring. Still don't know. Okay. Never gonna find out. Vault of Whispers. Still don't know. Alright, hold on 1 second here. I just want to check the name of that card. It's called Racer's Ring. So you use Racer's Ring in Ponza. Because you're able to produce so much mana, so you can like Racer's Ring and cast Owlbear in the same turn, no problem. Draw 2. Two mana, draw 2, not the worst. Basic Mountain. Kuldotha Rebirth. Interesting. Okay, we do have flanking, so these things aren't very good blockers. But they do still prevent the damage because we don't have trample. Oh. So they're a sacrifice list. That's right, Mr. Rabe. Each sliver has Bird of Paradise. Each sliver has haste, provoke, flanking. Yep, all the good stuff. Alright, so I can tap a creature to have another creature that can attack. So I might as well do that. We'll just tap down this, which is important. I don't want to lose it. So now we have the same amount of creatures attacking. Don't worry about provoke. It doesn't work. They have enough blockers. So they could, like, block everything with goblins, then sacrifice all the goblins with flanking on the stack, making the Karen Feeder into, like, an 8/8. They could also potentially kill one of my creatures with their Mog Raider, if they so desire. if Provoke was working, I would have 100% made the Maw Greater block Gemhide so that they wouldn't be able to use it to kill Sinew Sliver. Oh, geez. I can't even just, like, yield to flanking. Okay, so, did I make a huge mistake? Am I just dead now? Can the opponent do 20 damage on turn 5? I mean, Bushwhacker's a good start. Bushwhacker into Goblin Grenade, Goblin Grenade. That'll probably kill. Oh, double Bushwhacker. I should have kept the blocker back for Karen Feeder, huh? Looks like I'm dead. Nice comeback. Did not see that coming. Well played. Let's take that out. It's not doing anything for me. Yeah, no kidding. Gonna keep this. I think first thing I'm gonna go get Forest. Get some F6 value here. Yeah, I've never seen Horn Sliver in a Pauper deck before. Three mana, all Slivers have trample. Seems pretty good. I mean, easy one of. Well, they didn't bolt the Muscle Sliver end of turn, so that's a good sign. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. That was a brave synthesizer. Oh, man. They got lots of ways to kill my creatures over there. Not liking it. And meanwhile, I'm really stuck on my lands. It's a good combo. So you should sacrifice the War Marshal to the Karen Feeder. I guess at this point it's already on the stack. No, no, it's... Okay, so yeah, you can just sacrifice it to Karen Feeder, don't pay. Or sacrifice it to Deadly Dispute. 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Ah, Body Dropper. Sweet. That card is cool. So they make this a 3/3. Could double block. Nice one. 2 mana draw 4. Yeah, opponent's deck is reminding me a lot of the one that I built. Definitely like the changes though. Being a little bit more into the goblin thing, and then just having like a light black splash for Body Dropper, Deadly Dispute, Karen Feeder, and Mortician Beetle. Target opponent exiles a creature they control. Guess we get rid of Plated Sliver here. I think we just take this damage. I could block and give this protection or just like chump. Fourth Winding Way. Attack for 6. Yeah, I mean, we were looking good game 1 too, until the opponent cast... oh, geez. Double Bushwhacker. Of course, they had a much wider board. We managed to eliminate a lot of their board with a clever block. Goblin Slitter, love this card. I've got a deck built around it. War Marshal, so they can make this quite a bit bigger to like an 8/8 or something. Maybe even more. Draw 2 on that one. All my critters are poisonous now. So this is an attack for 12, not quite lethal. They have at least one easy block with this. But these blocks are actually going to be growing the body dropper. Oh yeah, forgot about the flanking. Not that it really matters. In this context, anyways. I did have one fun situation where an opponent put, like a bunch of birds to block one of my lords to try and kill it without realizing that it had flanking, so all their birds immediately died before any damage was dealt. So that was pretty fun. Alright, so we got 2 blockers. We should be able to get in front of this if we need to. We've gone quite wide here, so I think we should, fingers crossed, have this one. Oh my god. Other creatures you control with flanking have flanking, double flanking. Yep, I've absolutely had double flanking, They stack. Oh, they do have the Bushwhacker. Oh, they didn't even kick it. They just played it as a critter. Extra blocker. Another Winding Way. Nice. Play another Bodyguard. We could give 2 critters pro red, but that's not enough to kill. I think we're just going to attack. Are we going to hold anything back here? Because they surprised us last time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got punished so hard for not leaving anything back last time. I guess we'll have the 2 Benevolent Bodyguards. And then I could maybe, play Crimson Acolyte. Just leave one of my lords back. Because I don't think I can kill 1, 2, 3, 4, potentially 5 critters. They have 5 blockers. They're going to be eager to block with anything. Yeah, let's just do that, and then I'll play Crimson Acolyte post-combat. Flanking! So even if they sacrifice both of their goblins to the Sledder, this Sledder is still a 2/2 and doesn't kill my Sidewinder, as long as I give Sinew Sliver protection from red or black. Alder Cubs, good morning. Adelar. Okay, so they do sacrifice Sledder to Sledder. They know how the card works. Okay, so skip this one. You can skip all the flanking. And then we have to give this protection from red. Maybe we should have kept both lords back. Then we would not have lost a Benevolent Bodyguard. I didn't care so much about losing one of the other ones. Yeah. Rebirth into Bushwhacker again. Give this Menace. Okay, if you're just passing back, I can give my creatures pro-red and you're dead. Just to see what we get. A pair of Virulent Slivers. Cool, cool. Alright, protection from red. Protection from red. Protection from red. Okay. I think actually Prismatic Strands might be a good idea. The way they kind of have that burst damage. Cooper the protection from red. That's what they call me. Yeah, this looks fine. This hand looks good, actually. Ooh, opponent's mulliganing heavily, too. They're down to 5 cards so far. Gemhide Sliver is pretty good with Winding Way. Give us the mana we need to cast all those spells. Alright, let's head in for 2 damage. Probably get a Forest with the Ash Barrens, play Sinew Sliver. And they're just gonna get bigger. Oh no, cast down. Shrank my slivers. Might as well attack, right? Yep. Alright, so we want to go get Forest and then play Sinew Sliver because we got a bunch of green cards in hand. We just drew a Plains. Do I want to get Mountain? No, I have another Ash Barrens. I have Gemhide. I don't want a land that's mostly useless. Let's just play Sinew Sliver, attack for 2. Like, I think I have 1 red card in the list right now since Provoke doesn't work. Oh, Rebirth. That's pretty good. For them, obviously. I'm not sure about that attack. Nice draw. Do I want to play Gemhide or want to play Winding Way? I think I go Gemhide this turn. Have a bunch of 3/3s. I'm not going to attack. I would just lose my Sinew Sliver to the wrong... Actually, it might even be worth it. They have to sacrifice basically all their Goblin tokens. And they get almost no value. Then again, they have no cards in hand. I think I'm going to wait. Yeah, exactly, Octowild. That's exactly what happened. Oh, no. What a draw for them. I get punished for not attacking in. That's the power of Magic, just in general, you know, like... Anyone have any ideas on what they would like the next shave to be? Because we're looking at putting that back onto the channel reward points in 2 weeks. Not perfect. I guess not the worst. If I become Turbo Fog, I will become bald. Story checks out. Alright, so, they could make this into a 5/5, make this into a 4/4. So attacking right now is pretty dangerous. I guess I could attack in with Heart Sliver and Gemhide Sliver, and that wouldn't be too bad. So they want to kill Gemhide, basically losing the rest of their board. Seems fine. Oh my. I really did not expect that. Okay, opponent said that was a mistake. I think this hand looks fine. We'll keep. It's not great, but definitely fine. Thriving Grove, name white, play Muscle Sliver, turn 2. I don't know, could we exile it and go for another one? Kind of like the Ash Barrens. Exile Serum Powder, open another chest. Seems legit. Wedding Invitation, that's interesting. Really kind of nervous about playing my Muscle Sliver into red mana. We don't exactly have a lot of other good options. I guess I could play Plated Sliver and then do an Ash Barrens thing. I kind of like that, actually. Oops. Chosen color, white. And then I guess I'll do this properly and wait to basic land cycle the Ash Barrens to the end of the opponent's turn. So you can do that by hitting 0. Oh, and look at that, they revealed Lightning Bolt. Good thing I didn't play my Muscle Sliver. Go get a Plains. Yeah, and I think we'll play Benevolent Bodyguard, Muscle Sliver here. Okay, no more F6 value while we have the Benevolent Bodyguard on the battlefield. Need to be able to prevent red damage. Okay, so this is a classic Boros deck. I'm wondering what the Wedding Invitation represents, though. Are they maybe playing, like, a Tireless Tribe package in the list? You generally are able to keep your hand quite full. Ooh, I like that. That was pretty good. Check that out. Guess we can attack. If they double block, I guess I could... Yeah, I think this is fine. Okay, there we go. Inside out, so now we know. It is for the tribe package. I can respect that. And Squadron Hawk. All the evasion. So they can swing in for 5 here if they don't fear my crackback. I do have creatures in the yard, so I could exile an artifact. Which one of these do I really want to keep? Haste is pretty important. I guess they're not going to like be able to kill anything regardless. Green mana, Virulent Sliver, and then I think we're going to want to put down Muscle Sliver, make all their slivers grow. Attack with everything except for the Benevolent Bodyguard. And hope they don't have Rites of Initiation. If they had that anyways, we'd lose regardless. We can't block flyers. Oh, thank you so much for saying so, Chuck. Have a wonderful day at work, and catch you next time. Yeah, yeah. You can also lose out of nowhere with it. I've been in that situation. I were like Rites of Initiation for 6. They're like, okay, bolt that creature, Gale Blast that creature, block, block, block. My turn? Oh. Alright, so it looks like they have, what's the name of that card? Prevent damage or whatever. Prismatic Strands. Yeah. That's what it looks like they have. Although I've often found, like, Prismatic Strands and Synthesizer, not a huge fan of that. Oh yeah, that's not an artifact land. Okay, that's a Windscar Craig. Yep. Synthesizer's the only target, so we're going for it. Core Skyfisher, out of here. Alright, how much flanking we have? We have 1 flanking. I think we should be pretty safe to attack. And we got a lot of different colors here, so it's difficult for them to do anything really effective with Prismatic Strands. Alright. Attack all, leave this back. And we also have Poison. When it deals combat damage to a player, okay. It's not when it's unblocked. So if they Prismatic Strands, they can they won't die to poison potentially, because you know if I had damage going through, they would just die to damage, not poison. Oh, that's their block. I guess they can. Yeah, okay, this makes sense. You Prismatic, then you flash it back, go white and green. And then they also prevented the red damage by blocking. Although you could have just blocked with Squadron Hawk. I'm going to play land here. I can potentially just require huge amounts of mana if I lead the Stampede or Winding Way. We might just be dead. They have the inside out. We're dead. Very cool. I guess, yeah, what is it? Prismatic makes a lot of sense with Tireless Tribe. It's a GG. Or just bring in Prismatic Strands. I think that's probably it. Although, actually, Bladeback might be interesting since we're playing against the deck that has Prismatic Strands, so we could empty our hand. They try and Prismatic Strands or something. We can just like blade back into their turn or something. Provoke Sliver would be a gift if it worked, which it doesn't, which is why we're siding it out. Because it is a 1/1 for 2 mana, and that's it. Yes, I will be asking for compensation for this league. Yeah, I mean, I had no idea that Provoke wasn't working. Just totally went over my head. So, like, I would have made some alterations to the deck list if I had known previously. I would have just taken the Hunter Sliver out and played an additional Masked Vandal. But I didn't know, so here we are. Either that or maybe Splash Blue for flying. Last year, really? Damn. I mean, it has been a long time since I've played Heroic. Oh, deck is submitted. I wonder why it's taking so long. Alright, so just to make sure this worked, that my deck was submitted properly, I'll check Sideboard and make sure Hunter Sliver is in the board. Okay, there it is. Oh, I didn't know about Shadow potential. That's cool. I think this is good enough to keep. Just gonna get some F6 value here. Opponent knows what I'm playing at this point, so right now I'm not interested in trying to hide any information. Let's just get our cards. It's just the slivers that don't. Oh my god. That's ridiculous. Alright, opponent. What do you got? Oh, it's scary. I see. Okay, we did get a land, so we have access to 4 mana. Then tap this. Muscle Sliver. Yeah, Brookadim, I actually realized that when we were playing against elves and I went to attack to, you know, like damage their board because I had provoke and was going to make them do some really ugly blocks. And that's when I realized that, oh, provoke didn't go off. I guess I lose. Because, like, that was what we needed versus elves. Hello, my name is Wizards and I have a surprise. It was quite the surprise. Yeah, blind. Apparently it's just the sliver. That's what I'm learning now. They could potentially kill us next turn. That's cool. Wedding Invitation into Inside Out, kill a Tireless Tribe. Well, I can't kill anymore, I don't think. Which means they're going to have to take some bad blocks. This is almost death. If we can find the haste sliver, I guess we missed it. Let's lead the Stampede here. Get some stuff. Yeah, we already have a red mana. Put white on that. Plated Sliver. Alright, so if I attack with everything, we don't have flanking. That sucks. I guess I could play Sinew Sliver, and then their blocks become worse. Attacking with everything, they lose this, and they can save these. If I tap these to play Sinew Sliver, I attack with 3 things, and they lose this, potentially lose one of these. Not that attractive. Maybe I just attack in with 4 things, since we're not going to be able to kill anyways. And then we potentially have double blockers for the Tireless Tribe. Alright, this way we still have double blockers. And they have to block at least one thing. Or, sorry, 2 things, rather. Cool. Of course, Skyfisher, that's good for us. Means they're not killing us right now. Prismatic Strands, that's actually pretty good for us in exile. They're going to have to spend their turn casting this in order to put in their graveyard. Unless they have one in their hand already, and then this one's just gone forever. And this is why I don't like playing Prismatic Strands in synthesizer decks. There you go. Oh yeah, we get the delay quite a bit. I hope everyone's gotten used to it. I know it was definitely pretty frustrating at the start, but you kind of realize eventually that, yeah, that's just the way it is on Twitch. There's going to be quite a bit of delay. Wondering if I should play Scattershot Archer. They play a lot of flyers. Would that be better than Bladeback Sliver? Okay, this time they don't make us wait the whole sideboard time. Good enough. Wondering if I should play Virulent Sliver turn 1. Probably gonna want to do that, actually. I'm gonna want to get Benevolent Bodyguard out before I start playing Lords. Oh, Bladeback. So we'll just play this. And then next turn, we'll go get Plains, play Bodyguard. So I feel a little bit safer about putting my Lords on the battlefield. Solid start from the opponent. Don't really want to trade my Virulent Sliver for a Squadron Hawk. Go get Plains. Go ahead. Found land on the synthesizer, allowing them to play Wedding Invitation. That was a pretty good line. Hoping for land here. We miss. So no land and no Gemhide means we're going to be kind of stuck. Oh, wow. A lot of lands. Oh, that's the power of Faithless Looting. Gets you gas. And, you know, when you got Squadron Hawk with Faithless Looting, such a good combination. Alright, come on. Give me a land. Untapped land, please. Ah, Gemhide is pretty good, actually. Flanking is amazing. As long as, you know, you're the one doing the flanking. I could play a Lord. I could play Sidewinder and attack. Just mana's so awkward right now. I wonder if I should have just played Sinew Sliver this turn, honestly. Attacked with a pair of 3/3s. Yeah, that was a mistake to play the Gemhide this turn. Return Synthesizer, replay Synthesizer. Well, maybe they're going to Inside Out to draw a card, who knows? I mean, they've got 8 cards in hand. They don't really need to be drawing more cards. Opponent disagrees. They're going to draw all the cards. All the cards forever. Inside Out on a Squadron Hawk. Nice. Oh, they're coming in for 1. Sure, I'll go to 18. Land? No land. Alright, Sinew Sliver. Sidewinder Sliver. Don't attack with that. Keep the pressure going. Cool. I get to kill our Gore Skyfisher. They find a Core Skyfisher with the Experimental Synthesizer. So they're going to be able to play that, return Synthesizer, keep on getting that value going. I'm surprised they would use the red mana for that. Do they have something they want to do with double white? Oh yeah, Prismatic Strands, exiled forever. Well, I guess they haven't played land yet, so they could play land, cast Strands to put into the graveyard. Looks like that might be what they're doing here. Or they might just have Strands in hand already. They have 7 cards. So they could just have Strands in hand, and then they'll have access to double Strands if they want. No, they're tapping down. Okay. Glinthawk, return, Wedding Invitation, replay Wedding Invitation. Oh, Tireless Tribe. Shit. So we could just be dead next turn. I get a Muscle Sliver. That's what I was looking for. Let's play that. And I guess we'll just attack with everything. Uh, 4, 8, 12, 21. So they block 3, take 9, not lethal. Crap. We just don't have a lethal attack. Not sure on that one, Mercy. It might even be different, depending on like when it was printed. Because if you look at the slivers, it is different depending on when it was printed, right? All slivers, and then Predator Sliver is like all slivers you control, I think. Oh my god. They just let me kill their Tireless Tribe. I think that is just a game-winning or game-losing mistake for them. I don't know what they have in hand, but like discarding one card to save Tireless Tribe seemed like the obvious thing. I think they just didn't know that what flanking was going to do to them. Because I think they had the win, as long as they had an inside out. Discard a Squadron Hawk. So I think, do they have one Squadron Hawk left in hand? Whatever, doesn't matter. 3 mana, they're going to have Prismatic Strands here. They're going to have to flash it back. Ooh, Predatory Sliver. Yeah, and this one says all slivers you control. Alright, so every creature is lethal. So if I attack with 2 green creatures, 2 white creatures. I can keep some mana back so that I can cast Winding Way, end of turn. I need to be Hellbent for Bladeback to work. So they go block, block, or block, block. Block, block, either way. It's just 2 lethal threats coming through, and they have to use Prismatic Strands, both sides. I guess they could go block here, and then they only need to use Prismatic Strands on one color. Yeah, there's the Strands, no surprise. You got to do exclamation mark card, space, and then the name. I don't have it set up to just do it automatically. Alright, so that's what they're doing. No surprise. Green. Winding Way. Get 3 creatures. 2 mana, draw 3. Okay, thank you. All slivers have 1. This permanent becomes a creature type of your choice in addition to other creatures. Ah, that's kind of cool. Ooh, I like that. With them doing another Faithless Looting here, they need to discard like a pair of Prismatic Strands, and I think they've already exiled 2 of them. Yeah. This looks like GG to me. Okay, they do have 1 Prismatic Strands. And a Tireless Try, but they are getting close to empty-handed here. Okay, they got a lot of blockers, so they're going to be able to block stuff. And then prevent damage. But they can only prevent damage from 1 color. All slivers have haste. Okay, yes. This one. So now we have a 3rd color. Only 1 strands that they have that can work right now, yeah. Give a white creature pro white. I think it still does it. Because I have a red creature, green creature, white creature. Yeah, they concede. We got there. Positive league. I think they did make a mistake earlier. I'm pretty sure they wanted to save this Tireless Tribe. This hand is okay. Not great. Oh, are we playing against Fae? I think Fae is probably a bad matchup. Yeah, me and the lady watch each other play games and just be like, why didn't you just do X? I get that a lot on YouTube, as you can imagine. Why didn't you just do this? Why didn't you just do that? Although, I will say, I really, really appreciate it when someone makes that kind of post, they put the timestamp on there. So I don't like I'm not going to honestly, I'm not going to go back and rewatch an entire game or an entire league to try and figure out, like what you're talking about. But if you put a timestamp down, I can just click that, watch a short clip of the video, and I'll know exactly what you're talking about. Because like I make a lot of content, so I don't really remember, like every little instant of every game. Can you imagine that? I mean, some of you are going to have an excellent memory, and you're going to have a bit of an advantage because of that. Being able to remember, like all these different things that happened in games in the past and get value from that. But me, it was a really big deal when I found out that I was allowed to write down the content of a person's hand after I'd seen it with like a Thoughtseize or something. Some people will do anything to win, like play Murktide. No, it's true. It's true. Um, you find like stereotypically the cheaters are generally worse players than the really talented ones. Oh no, they have mutagenic. Crap. But it becomes really scary when you face off against somebody that's both really, really talented Magic player and a cheater. So I didn't want to get Spellstutter sprited here, so that's why I didn't play Muscle Sliver. No Ninja. Let's go get Mountain here. Got lots of colored mana. Put that out as a bait. They didn't take it. I really don't want to get Spellstutter sprited. Here comes that 10-turn clock. Virulent Sliver, let's go. Actual counterspell? Alright. This whole time I was playing around Spellstutter Sprite, and they had actual counterspell. Of One Mind into Ninja, but no sprites. So now we're going to be able to play Sliver. Oh, no Ninja. That's... Oh, there it is. Okay. I was wondering what was going on. Like, where's the Ninja? What are you showing us? Nothing. Drew land. Kind of flooded out this game. Let's see if we can draw some spells. Oh, that's a really, really good spell. Thing is, they're gonna counter it if I play it, so gonna have to hold it in hand for now. Okay. So now we can Winding Way. If they have actual counterspell, they'll still be able to counter it, but Spell Stutter Sprite no longer does it, so I'm willing to take that risk. Damn, they have another counterspell. Alright. Counterspell for Lead the Stampede, counterspell for Winding Way. Oh no, and they flip both of these, revealing a snap? Well, so much for the race. They can just snap Muscle Sliver. So we can't even realistically attack? Oh wow, are you actually going to flip that for a ninja? Well, apparently so. Snap in this economy? Depending on who's snapping, it can be very effective. I mean, like, with a snap of the fingers, opponent can remove half of my board. Okay, we're going to throw that out because if they spell stuttered this, they wouldn't be able to snap. So they would have to like snap spell stutter, and then I'd be able to replay the Muscle Sliver. Yeah, I accept that trade. So now they should... Oh, okay. Well, I guess it doesn't matter when they snap. Just untaps the mana anyway, so free spell. Free spell is free. If they attack in, we probably have to let this do damage, because if we block, then they can snap the other one. So we're going to let them draw discard. Oh wow, another ninja. I think you're actually supposed to do that in the other order. Draw with ninja first, and then you have an extra look before you discard. Okay, yeah, Dispel, get that out of here. Dispel does nothing versus me. At least game one. Oh, good card, good card. Please don't have a third counterspell. Whee! Oh yeah. Play Benevolent Bodyguard. That resolves, I think we win. Okay, they're going to snap in response. And then Spell Stutter? Nope, no Spell Stutters. Replay this. Oh, they're going to scoop. Cool. All right, so we bring in Scattershot Archer. And maybe Prismatic Strands? It's a maybe on Prismatic Strands. I'm not sure about this one yet. Take out Hunter Sliver because the card is not working. Take out Masked Vandal. Still got one card. Guess we could take out a Benevolent Bodyguard. They don't exactly have a ton of removal. Maybe we want to keep it, actually, because if they're playing Bind the Monster, then Benevolent Bodyguard is going to allow us to get that creature back. I'm going to want to keep all the Winding Ways, all the Leads and Stampedes. Maybe I'll just play one Prismatic Strands. I think this is probably better than Masked Vandal. Like, Masked Vandal isn't really going... Oh, I wonder if they're playing... If they're playing Spire Golem, then Masked Vandal would have some use. But I think a lot of decks have been taking Spire Golem out. Yeah, we're just going to go with this. Maybe Prismatic Strands will do some good. We'll see. Gonna have to mulligan this one. Alright, we'll keep this, get rid of a forest. Sidewinder Sliver is actually amazing. I think the only thing better than that would be, as a turn 1 play, would be the Archer. We are going to have to be careful about Spell Stutter Sprite, though, because they can potentially Spell Stutter for 2 on turn 2. Always scary. No blocks. Okay, so they're holding up Spell Stutter. So we're just going to attack for 1 and pass. Hey, Mr. Weber! Hello, how you doing today? Sure most of you in chat know Alexander Weber. Very talented Pauper player and member of the Pauper format panel. So if you haven't already given them a follow, please do so. Let's see if I can spell that properly. There you go. So they have Spell Stutter available for 3 now. Ah, glad to hear it. How have you been finding the latest set, Streets of New Capenna? When I was first looking at the cards personally, I wasn't too excited, but the more I've seen of them, the more excited I've become. No, Hunter Sliver is not fixed. I didn't even know that there was a problem with it before I started the league. All right, that's a bait. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's just I'm happy that there were a few cards that were very playable. The White Angel for 3 mana, super good. Um the Racetrack is actually surprisingly good in Ponza. Yeah, we're just gonna get stomped this game. Too much respect for Spell Stutter Sprite. Double block my creature. Do it. Yeah, I'm not surprised. No flip. Alright, how many things are coming at me? I expect all the flyers. Oh, you're coming in with the Moon Circuit Hacker as well? Alright. Okay, not taking the bait. So I guess we'll attack and play Lead the Stampede. Double flanking. Any creature that blocks my creatures gets -2/-2. Oh, they have another Spell Stutter Sprite. Honestly, I was hoping that was going to be a counter spell. Another Spell Stutter Sprite is just, you know, like, increasing their board here. If they flip this Delver of Secrets, which they just did, revealing a counter spell, so we're dead. They have a 2-turn clock, and we can't resolve anything. Alright, so we got the play this time. This is a good hand we'll keep. Going to be able to put some stuff down before they have Spell Stutter Sprite or Counterspell available. Obviously, I would have preferred Sidewinder Sliver in this matchup, but still got a 1-drop we can play. And opponent is on the mulligan. Alright, let's get aggressive. Oh, no, no attacks. Interesting. I think I'm going to play the Plated Sliver, see if we can get this to resolve, because then our creatures don't die to mutagenic growth. And if they counter this, we get to resolve Winding Way. Okay. Come on, give me something good. Crap. Got 1. 2 mana, draw 1 card. Lame. I'm sure they have mutagenic growth in hand. I guess it's a fine trade for Plated Sliver. Not losing my Muscle Sliver to Muta. Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's true. I did get Strands as well. So if I attack with Muscle Sliver, I can prevent the blue damage as long as I keep the Plated Sliver untapped. Oh, they are tapping out here, so we're going to be able to resolve whatever. That's nice of them. And we drew another Lord. Wonderbar. Let's go ahead and play this. That's pretty good. And they scoop. Love it. 4-1 with Slivers, friends. The only match we lost was to Elves, a terrible matchup. And the card that we have that's good against them doesn't work. Can you believe it? 4-1 with Slivers. Let's go. All right, friends, so this is the deck we were playing today, Slivers. We had a reasonable time with it. I mean, like, who can complain about a 4-1? But I'm going to find a way to do it. I'm going to email Wizards. I'm going to find a way to complain about this 4-1. And hint, hint, it's going to be about the Hunter Sliver. But if we can put that aside for now, let's just ignore the problem for now, okay? Otherwise, like, the deck has constantly impressed me. You'd think that a 3-colored aggro deck in Pauper just wouldn't work, but having access to so many lords, if the opponent doesn't have access to efficient removal, our creatures can get out of hand very, very quickly. We also have some incredible draw spells. I mean, they are a gamble, right? Like Winding Way can draw 0 cards, Lead the Stampede the same, but the ceiling is incredibly high. Winding Way can be a 2-mana draw 4, Lead the Stampede a 3-mana draw 5. So these things, no surprise that they found their way into this list. Benevolent Bodyguard definitely was doing a little bit of work here. I found I was a lot happier to be playing a Lord when I had a Benevolent Bodyguard already in the table to protect it. Yeah, so I think that, I mean, Slivers is a great option if you're looking for a creature deck to have fun with, something to play in the leagues once in a while if you get tired of your Tier 1 deck and you'd like to play something that's fun but can also win games, as long as you're not playing against Elves. Yeah, would recommend.